Alright guys, welcome back to Hapesy Games. Today I'm taking a look at the Sharpshooter for the PS3 and we're going to showcase some gameplay from Time Crisis 4. And interestingly enough, this peripheral actually works with the PS4 as well and the PlayStation Move peripherals. But anyway, not what we're here to talk about today. PS3, Time Crisis, one of my favourite on-rail shooters. And what I'll do as well is I will go through the setup, how you connect everything all up, and how you do the calibration. And then we'll get into some gameplay action. So just to go into quickly what I've actually picked up, I spent only €100, got the Move controller, I got 2 games. Now the thing is, right, Time Crisis Racing Storm actually comes with Time Crisis 4 on the disc as well. Now I didn't actually know that at the time, but it didn't really matter because I think I only paid like €4 for both of them anyway. Now you don't necessarily need the navigation controller, but again, got this for €4, had to get it anyway. And you can actually use this gun with Killzone 3, and I'm going to get into that in another video. Look, as for the Sharpshooter gun itself, feels really great, quite heavy, bear in mind, and I'll get into that when we talk about the gameplay and how maybe after long playthroughs it might affect. But look, it's really well built and you know it's official from Sony and everything kind of feels sturdy. The actual primary trigger feels really cool to use, clicking it in. Again, there's also a little toggle mode that switches fire modes. Now, this doesn't actually affect Time Crisis. Again, this affects other games, Killzone 3 specifically. And it's also got an extendable stock. Now, you might think this is actually gimmicky in a way, but it's actually not. It actually helps you use it for longer play sessions. And again, I'll get into that later on. So anyway, to fit the actual Move controller, you hit the little clamps on the left-hand side, press the buttons, and the red lid lifts up. And then you basically click in the Move controller. Now there's a connection point at the bottom of it and make sure that sits in freely. And then you clamp back on the red cover and just pull back the slides like that so that it just clicks in nice and smooth. And also just to show you guys, this is how you fit the navigation controller. The little white clamp comes back and it just essentially clicks in place. And then you close that white clamp again and it secures it in place. And that's pretty much the Sharpshooter ready to rock. Now, bear in mind, don't forget the extendable stock. It isn't just a gimmick, it actually makes using the Sharpshooter controller easier. Okay guys, just for clarification here, in order to use the Move controllers and the Sharpshooter attachment, it needs to be Move compatible. So bear in mind, when I said earlier I picked up Time Crisis 4 and Racing Storm, Time Crisis 4 won't actually work because it'll need the GunCon 3. But the thing, as I mentioned previously, is Time Crisis Racing Storm includes Time Crisis 4 as well in it, and it has Move support. So this is the one you need to use with the Sharpshooter. So anyway, let's get started.
Time Crisis Racing Storm.
Okay guys, here we go. So first up, what we're going to do is we want to calibrate this. So just hit the start button. So the start button is here. This button here, show everybody, on the Sharpshooter. Okay, and what we're going to do is we actually want to play Time Crisis 4. And as I mentioned, if you move left and right, there's actually 3 games. There's another one called Dead Storm Pirates. Don't know what that's about. But anyway, main game is Racing Storm, and as I said, they've also included an arcade version of Time Crisis 4, so we're going to select this one. Okay, so when we load the game up first, it's going to ask us to calibrate the Sharpshooter, so let's do that now. So basically, hit the start button again on the Sharpshooter itself. Now what I'll do is actually, as well as, I'm going to extend out the stock, and we'll talk about that later on. Okay, so basically what we want to do is hit the trigger, okay, and we want to aim it towards the camera, so actually directly point it at the camera, and hit the trigger and then hit the trigger again, okay, and it'll lock in. So we're going to aim at certain points, and then you can see, you can quickly test it, and you can see how accurate it actually is. There we are, I'm just testing the trigger right now. Everything looks healthy there, all good to go. And then press X to confirm on the Move controller here, okay? And then we can just go back, and we're good to go.
Time Crisis.
So let's start it up.
4.
Let's pick Giorgio, Health 3, normal difficulty, stage 1. Boom, let's go for that. So as I said, just as this stock becomes quite important, this is quite heavy. After a while, it can feel quite heavy because bear in mind, it's got the considerable weight of the Sharpshooter itself. Then it's got the 2 attachments attached. So as I mentioned, this isn't actually just a gimmick. It actually benefits you by allowing you to play a little bit longer. So, okay, finally, here we go.
Reload. Giorgio, Evan, can you hear me? There's been an information leak regarding your involvement. They're the terrorists involved in this incident.
Answer the phone, somebody.
Return fire.
So basically, the button below, basically this button here is reload, and this one obviously being fire. And you can get good cover there. Nice shot there. How about taking cover in this one? Bang bang. Lovely. I got a machine gun there. How do I switch weapons? Aha, yeah, see, pull the trigger.
Shotgun. Machine gun.
There we go. Nice little machine gun there. Ooh, lovely. Get the chopper. Don't know you get the chopper.
Shotgun.
Oh, yes. Get more machine gun there. Let's actually switch back to the
Press the
machine gun in a
reload
minute.
button and pull the trigger to switch weapon. Action. Machine gun.
Ouch. Machine gun and beast. I feel like I should probably keep this for the boss, but
Action.
yeah, let's switch again. Shotgun. Ouch.
Continue.
Yes,
What's going
already.
on?
Yes, I did.
You can do better than this.
Back to pistol. Oh no, I lost my weapons. Go. Hashtag use the pistol. I got a machine gun.
Reload.
No, 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 no. Go. There we go, lovely.
Action. Machine gun. Best weapon.
There we go. Gotta riddle these things. Freaks! Ah, they're gonna die! Pick them out quick. Nice. Okay, prologue clear. Yeah, so as I said, the stock becomes really important after long play sessions. As I said, quite heavy. I'm kind of resting as well. My left elbow as well on a table.
They're back.
So that's helping
Over
as
here.
well.
Hurry.
The next
Do I have another weapon just to get that done? Ooh, dodged the knife there. Lovely.
The creature that
slow-mo
just
that one
attacked you is a
in the replay.
biological weapon developed by our military, codenamed Terror Bite.
Take a left at the next
Terror
corner.
bite.
Looks
So
like they've already
cheesy.
got their hands on a few specimens. No matter what happens,
What's
we've
this?
got to
Oh,
stop
shit,
the next
rugging under
train.
nice. I
Reload.
feel like I shouldn't use this.
Handgun.
Yeah, I probably shouldn't use that.
Reload.
Right now, our top priority is getting out of here.
Have I a machine
Beth,
gun?
where
Yes,
do
I
we go
do.
from here?
Keep going straight.
Oh, you sneaky fucker. He took some cover there. On in.
Nice shooting!
Man, this game looks really
Enemies
well
coming
still.
from the
Holds up
front.
really well graphically.
Go around and approach them from the back.
PS3
Action.
was a powerful machine. I suppose the cross-platform titles between Xbox and PS3, they
Continue.
always perform better on the 360.
We need your
But I
help.
felt all of the
Handgun.
first-party titles on the PlayStation looked really, really well.
Above! They're
I
coming
think
from above!
in some cases the games look better,
Reload.
the first-party ones anyway, definitely on the PS3. Like this for instance, if we're thinking about The Last of Us and a couple of those games, Uncharted. they were all kind of first-party titles, and those devs really knew about the ins and outs of the cell processor. Oh, shoot those spiders. That's spiders, are they? How am I supposed to be shooting?
Keep it up. Incoming!
Get them out of me!
Yeah, we did it!
Did we?
Don't let up!
It's still on me.
The enemy
Yeah,
is
probably
gathering
just switch the shot.
ahead
I've
of you.
only got 7 rounds of shotgun left. I've got to keep some of that.
I'm gonna use a grenade. Get down!
Get bombed.
Okay, take them all down with one blast!
Action! Machine gun.
There we go. Machine gun time.
Shortest route will take you through the office in front of you.
Ouch.
Can you unlock it?
It's going to take 30
Like I
seconds
said,
to
the
open.
game looks stunning.
Cover Captain Rush while
Great
he's unlocking
audio
the
as well.
door.
30 seconds. Hold them off. The switch fuse. Okay.
I'll display the barricade's damage meter on the
Alright, so we
screen.
gotta move. Gotta turn left and right. Wait for the
Barricade is taking. Enemies are approaching again from the right.
fuckers.
Enemies coming from the left. Keep it up. Enemies are approaching again from the right. Enemies are approaching again from the left. Enemies are approaching again from the right.
Shotgun.
Almost there.
Switch to the shotgun.
Nice work. Switch screens and find the enemy.
Inside. I'm gonna use a
Mission
grenade.
complete. Nice. Yeah, so guys, just to give you some, I suppose, final feedback on the Sharpshooter for the PS3. Excellent peripheral. Points to note though, really comfortable, well built, very fun to use, and it's not gimmicky, especially the extendable stock. You might think it might be. The trigger feels really good to use. The added vibration, I suppose, from the motion controllers itself gives it kind of a realistic feedback too. Just another point to note, maybe I wouldn't call it a negative, but it is, as I said, because of that heavy weight, extended play sessions of more than maybe an hour you might find a bit strained. So it just depends on your setup. As I said, the best thing I did was I had a kind of a small kind of folding table where I was able to rest my elbow after a kind of maybe 20 minutes, half an hour, where you might feel a bit of strain. Bear in mind when you're playing Time Crisis, it goes through phases and steps. So each action phase you get a chance to rest. So actually recommended to actually put down the gun, if that makes sense. I've got a lot more to planned for this peripheral. I'm going to test it out with Killzone 3 next. It was specifically designed as well to play with that game, and I'm looking forward to covering that. So stay tuned. And guys, if you like what you see, please make sure you like, subscribe, hit the bell, and I will see you in the next video. Thanks for watching.